Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name. That's Jodeci. Come and talk to me. My R&B bag is deep, like I said, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for this. Pop the balloon or find love with yours truly. Actually, this is the update. I'm sorry. This is Pop the Balloon or Find Love, the update to
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Josh and Jovanay. Welcome, beautiful people. How we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good.
Nice. So we did have you all on, God, what episode?
Yo, she look good. Bro, I don't remember her looking like that, y'all. I don't remember her looking like that at all. That is, I don't know if I jumped in them DMs, but I done missed out. Let's see what's going on with them.
What was that?
16.
16. We had you guys on episode 16 where you ended up matching. Okay. So is it a yes for you for her?
It's definitely yes.
Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes.
We got a match! I'll take this and you guys can go on off. Okay, so as we saw on the show, it's always getting lots of views. People in the comments are always talking about some things that stand out to them. One of the main things that stood out, Josh, on your segment with Jovanay was when you asked her a question. I know, look, you're smirking. I feel like you know where I'm going with this. Your question was something about like sexuality or whatever it is. And at first she was like, can you elaborate? And then you kind of didn't finish elaborating. She was like, yes. Like... Can you tell us like a little bit more detail what you were trying to say?
Yes, definitely. Like I was saying on the show, I feel like sexuality is definitely a very important aspect in a relationship, and if you don't have that sexual compatibility, then I think that's gonna actually make the relationship difficult. It's gonna be very difficult to continue. So, definitely, I feel like definitely a lot of exploration, but within the confines of like my partner's sexual boundaries. Does that make sense?
Okay. So he explained it a lot more now. I'm pretty sure you guys maybe spoke about it later. We don't know yet. Yeah. But what made you kind of say like yes before he was able to like finish fully explaining what he meant?
I felt like I know what he meant to a certain extent as far as just being open to trying new things. Like he said, compatibility sexually is kind of important to a few people. I know that is one thing for me as well. So I knew what he meant, and just kind of saving ourselves some conversation for later. I was like, you know what? Yes.
Got it. And did the question like throw you off or anything? You seemed a little flustered afterwards, but I'm not sure if there was just...
Well, I wanted to know more of what he meant specifically, but I guess when he got to a point where he was mentioning vulnerability and just exploration, I just kind of was like, okay, we getting into some things. Yeah, that's that's what I took from it. So
okay, all right. Well, that's good. I'm glad y'all were able to understand each other. You know, us on the back end, we're just looking like, what's going on here? Guess that's why you guys were a match. Yeah. But so kind of to get into you guys matching.
Kann ich mitspielen?
Die Welt steht dir offen mit Galaxy AI.
So, since you ended up matching, have you gone on a date? Have you guys hung out?
Yes.
Yeah.
We hang out quite often. So, yeah.
I love it. Okay, all right. How did the first date go?
First day, I feel like it went well. To my knowledge, I think we went and got sushi, I believe, the first date.
We went for drinks at Little Rituals.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
That was the
How do you
second
get
date.
sushi? It was
Yeah.
the same day?
No, that was the second date.
Yeah,
So-
second date, yes. But we
Okay.
went to go get drinks downtown at Little Rituals. It was a nice rooftop bar, so
Got it.
nice
Okay.
dim lights and vibes.
And this was after filming, or was it the next day? Or
We went that Wednesday, so what? It was like about 3 days after, maybe.
Wow. They just remember the other couple. If y'all seen the last one that I watched, the dude took her to the IMAX to get some chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And so how was the communication after you matched, like up to the point of you guys going out to that first date?
It was. Go ahead.
Okay.
So for me, I feel like that's something I do struggle with in terms of communication. So like I'm very busy with like the work that I do. So I'm like allocating a lot of my time with clients. So I think that me being mindful with Jovanay, and I think that took some time.
So from the day, I think the show was filmed on like a Saturday. You guys went on the date on a Wednesday. So you're saying it was the communication on your end that kind of pushed the date back to the Wednesday, or?
So yeah, communicate. No, I set up a time for
Okay.
Wednesday. I believe that was on Wednesday because I just was really busy. So that's just the time that I had within what I had to do. So
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to hop in there.
So yeah, the night that we matched, we exchanged numbers and we planned for Wednesday.
Okay,
So that
good.
was fine. That worked out with our schedules. Leading up to the date, we had communication. We've spoken on the phone on FaceTime for about like an hour or so before we met, or excuse me, before we went out. So we had some communication, but very minimal, like he was saying. But just, I mean, yeah, like he said, we were filling each other out as far as like our schedule and getting to know each other. So,
Okay.
but I mean, it was fine.
Got
So-
it. And so after that first date, you guys went out for sushi. You said the next date
Yeah.
was sushi. Okay. Who picked the sushi date?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he texted me the next day and was like, "You got plans tonight?" I was like, "No, I do not."
So it was Wednesday, and right after Thursday, you're out
Yeah.
again. I love that. Okay. So I mean, the communication wasn't that bad then. If you went right
yeah,
in there.
yeah, like I said, we just met each other, but once we got the vibes going, of course,
Hey, I don't think this is gonna be a bad one. Honestly, I think that this is gonna be like from their just looking at their facial expressions, I think this is gonna be like they match. It seems like they worked out a few kinks, and it's just about the flow. I don't unless it takes me for a curveball. We about to see.
I was like, "Yeah,
That's
let's
good.
see each other again." So
Okay. Nice. So how's it going now? Like, have you guys drinks, sushi? What else? What's going on?
Right now, I think that personally, I know we had some some bumps in the road, but
Okay.
I feel like that's not something that we can't get over. So I think this is part of growing, learning process in a relationship. It's like growing pain. So I think that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk? What are these bumps that you guys are experiencing?
communication.
It's still
Yeah,
happening.
It's communication mainly more so. I try to be as vocal as I can about what my needs are in communication. Like Josh said, it's a work in progress for him. He did mention that was something that he struggles with. And it's weird because it's not like he struggles to open up and share like stories from the past or what have you not. But I think when there's conflict involved, or not even conflict, because I don't feel like we argue, we have a difference of opinions.
Okay.
And sometimes emotions can be involved with that too. And I would say the time frame also of him going about just shutting down is what's been mainly more so an issue.
Okay.
So
I see. And I do recall on the episode you guys were on, I think you asked how do they handle conflict and stuff like that. You did mention you take your time with like, going at the issue, whatever it is. And I think now you're experiencing that.
I did. And however, in I believe the lineup of me asking a characteristic trait, that was something that he had mentioned may happen. And I just was like, of course, as long as you're able to communicate that with me,
Right.
so that way I can know we're coming back to this or we're okay. That was something that was also like very big for me. So
Okay.
I just think that's where we need a little bit of work on, is just him being able to communicate, because sometimes it's just going to leave me in the
Wondering.
dark. Yeah, in the
Okay.
dark. So, and we're both trying, but I'm trying also my best to be able to kind of figure out what's going on, or, so yeah.
Okay. So what do you feel stops you from like just letting her know anything? It sounds like.
That's a good question. That's something
So you don't know? You asked this woman on a date. You got her you started asking all sexual questions, and I didn't even pause it because I was confused because I'm slow and I'm out the dating game. But you was asking all these sexual questions in the beginning, and they was going back and forth. And now you don't know why you got this beautiful woman sitting in front of you, and you can't seal the deal. Somebody explain it to me. You're going out on dates with her. She's open. She's communicating. Were you trying to play some game? Y'all see why we jumping in these DMs? Because I'm a shooter. Shooter's gonna shoot. Not gonna play with her. Let's hear what you gotta say.
I think I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
Right. So that's just gonna take some personal growth. But I think as long as Giovanna allows me the patience, as long as she's patient with me and wants to continue with the journey in terms of like allowing me to evolve in that aspect.
Sounds like game, brother. Allow you to evolve. You knew you was going on a dating show. Now I'm getting a little annoyed. You went on a dating show, you matched with the young lady, you went out for some dates, and now you still need time to grow in terms of communicating with her? Let me listen. Let me listen before I make my final judgment.
I think it'll work out. I think the
Okay.
potential is there, and I think that I hope that she would like to see it through. So
What's his face? What's his face?
It's no face.
The face is, I don't have to sit here with you. You see all of this sitting in front of you? Jesus.
I mean, Josh knows. We've had multiple conversations just about, I think one thing he asked me also in reverse was like, well, what is a characteristic about you? My patience, because at the end of the day, as long as there has to be some type of compromise as far as like asking for that patience as well as giving and trying as well. So I think that's sometimes where we can kind of hit like a bump in the road, is my lack of patience sometimes.
Okay.
And him trying to come together to talk. I have had conversations with him, and I do sometimes hold him to a higher standard with age and experience as well,
Okay.
to know how to communicate.
Yeah.
So I think that's sometimes where my patience can come.
Right, because she's like, bro, I'm not talking to an 18, 19-year-old kid. I'm talking to a grown man who went on a show and clearly articulated what you wanted from this or what you wanted to get from out of this. And now you got it sitting right here in front of you. And now you need more time for growth.
From simply is just like, okay, I'm trying the best I can. I want to make a relationship work. He has experience in relationship. I've had maybe like a year times frame with relationships, so I want to be able to learn these things, as far as communicating better with somebody. And I feel like there's so much potential there. It's just like, come on, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. So you feel like you're having to really pull information out of him? Is that what it is?
Information, or just him. Honestly, I don't want to say caring, but it's like, what's up? Why are you quiet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead and let that go, brother. You done fumbled the bag. There's sharks out here. There's sharks in the water. Me, I'm kind of slowed down. I'm retired. I'm kind of chilling. I'm like the cheetah laying under the shade, and then when he gets up, he sees what he want. He gonna sprint forward. He gotta catch it right away. I'm not hunting anymore. This, I don't condone in this. There's some sharks out there that's gonna snatch her up. I guarantee it.
I mean, so sometimes it can be like that. So, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I try my best to call, talk, and it's like, let's talk the next day, or, you know, like, let's leave it alone for right now. And it's just like, all right. So,
Yeah, so for me, like I'm not gonna lie, I do struggle with time management. So
Okay.
I do have a lot of things going on right now. Working on my second master's. I got clients, like I said, and it's just I'm just trying to balance it. So yeah, I think
People make time for the things that they want. People make time for the things that they want. People make time for who they want. As a man, if you're chasing down a woman and you always need to like, oh, okay, I'm gonna work right time, and she doesn't make the time, she's clearly not interested. I don't care what anybody tells you. As a woman, this situation, you have to continue. Like, I'm working on my master's, my second master's, and my clients. But I decided to go on a dating show knowing that I had all these other things going on before I went on the show. And now I got a match. And now I'm trying to suck you into this black hole of getting my emotions out and dealing with you. It sounds like you're wasting her time. All I hear is excuses. And there's sharks in the water who want that fine. Ooh.
that's I think that I have it in me to um, I think I definitely do have it in me to get to that potential. Like I said before, as long as she is patient, because I think that's something that maybe she needs to work on as well.
Don't tell me what I need to work on, buddy. Let me tell you what I used to tell someone when I used to try to talk to them. And they'd be like, oh, well, just give it some time. I ain't promised tomorrow. You ain't promised tomorrow. We not promised tomorrow. I ain't rushing, but it seems as if they didn't win on a couple dates, bro. At this point, you know what you want. So it seems as if I don't know if they've been physical or not, but he's probably like just playing it easy. If he already got it, then he's playing the game. Because I may have to think about this a little bit deeper.
So
and maybe I do. And maybe I do.
And then so you mentioned like you have like a higher expectation of him because of age. What's the age difference again? How old are you, Josh?
so I'm 39.
39.
And I'm 28.
28. Okay, so that's good for you.
Oh, nah, buddy. She's in her prime. I don't care what them other dating channels tell you. 28 years old, no kids? Oh. Oh, he playing. He is playing.
You guys, like the age gap
Yeah.
is not a problem.
It's absolutely not a problem.
Okay.
I like dating older men because realistically, working out for me with men my age, it's I mean, we all are continuously growing and learning.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do really love dating older men because it comes knowledge, wisdom. So I guess with that, there are expectations. Just, with past relationships that I would have expected to kind of allowed you to learn something along the way as well, especially when I'm trying to give him my all at my little age. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Josh. I
So
think you want to say something.
that being said, I think we had this talk, and I said that everyone has different strengths and weaknesses within their lives, and I know that you feel like that should be a strength, but yeah, I may be strong in other areas, but
I don't care what he's saying right now. Listen, don't know 28-year-old, young, 28-year-old young, beautiful woman needs to be chasing down no 38 or 39-year-old man. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say it again. I don't care how y'all feel. She's 28. She's young. She's pretty. The only issue is she doesn't want to talk to any guys in her age range because I guess they're immature. They're still playing around. They're still trying to get the things together. That's why she wants an older man, because an older man is going to be a little bit more mature, established, got his thing together. He has a goal. He is focused on his life. Unfortunately, she ran into the older man who is still trying to figure it out, getting his second master's. There's no disrespect to him going to school. Having an education is important. But if you're 20 years old and you're beautiful and you know what you want, don't chase down the older man who's still trying to figure it out. You're about to waste your youth. The time for her is right now. I haven't heard anything about marriage. I haven't heard anything about kids. If she's not crazy, if she doesn't have a bunch of prior sexual history, STDs, if she has a job, cooperative, she seems very chill, very humble. She seems extremely humble. But I wouldn't sit there and waste my time with him if I was her, or if that was like a female friend of mine. Just count your losses.
but that may be my weakness. And, as long as you, like I said, allow me to, build up on that weakness and turn it into a strength, I think that the potential is there, because I definitely want to make it work. And so, yeah.
Okay, so where are we today? I know you said you want to make it work. Sounds like you also want to make it work, but your patience is running a little thin. So where are we today? Like, if we leave here now, are you guys still talking, or is it like,
Well, you answer that. When's the last time we spoke? I believe Thursday was the last time we spoke.
today is Sunday?
Yes, that's the longest we've been.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 3 days. Hey, yo, listen. You don't call into your job for 24 hours unless you got like a medical leave job where you can get medical leave. That's considered a no call, no show. Your ass is fired. As far as I'm concerned, you don't reach out to this woman for 3 days because you're studying your master's or whatever that is and your clients. It's over. It is a no call, no show. That had to been a look at Arlette's face. Like, oh, you just gonna let him do that to you? That's what Arlette's thinking. You just gonna let him? Never mind, bro. Never mind. I tell you, like, if I say the things that I want to say, I wouldn't be on this. I wouldn't be on YouTube because y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
Without speaking. Yes. Yeah.
Why? What's going on?
I'm still trying to honestly figure it out. I think that if I could get your perspective, and then maybe because, I'm still trying to figure it out. So what do you think happened?
I feel like we've ran into conversation where we express certain doubt that we still may have with each other.
Okay.
Whether that be one or the other up and leaving, or whether that be just the topic of family or kids. Sometimes we just have difference of opinion.
Okay.
And I believe we went out Wednesday. We had dinner. This past Wednesday, we had dinner. It was okay, but also coming into that dinner, we were having a little bit of riffraff of a difference of an opinion. But of course,
you said on the family and children thing?
Yes, it was, and that conversation happened, I believe, Tuesday. So going into Wednesday, the dinner date, we kind of had quiet in the day, I would say. But we didn't allow that to stop us from having dinner. We had a great time. Thursday, I wanted to go over and just speak with him, just kind of fill out the vibes from the conversations that we've been having.
Okay.
I brought some dinner over. I brought some wine that we both like to drink, and I believe we were just honestly talking about, who's gonna get in the shower first. I went and I asked him to keep an eye out on my dog for me, like while I'm in the shower. He has a dog as well,
Okay.
and he has a boy dog, so I just want to be able to make sure that they're.
And you have a girl dog?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure that they're safe, separate, and not hunching on each
anything.
other.
Right.
Yes. So when I asked him if he can keep an eye out on my dog for me while I get in the shower, it was like, well, babe, I want to enjoy my food. Like, I'm trying to relax and enjoy my food. And I guess it made me a little frustrated from the lack of communication we've already been having throughout that week.
You mean to tell me she's going to get into the shower and you messing up the mood? You can't make this shit up. You can't. And he's sitting there with that stupid smirk on his face. I could only imagine her in the shower. Oh my God. Listen. Maybe you know what? Maybe he's seen something that we haven't seen. Maybe he's experienced something with her, a trait of hers that turned him off. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I've completely written him off. He is the problem. He is the red flag. All I'm getting from her is open, willing, bringing over dinner, wine. Some of these chicks don't even date. Some of these other people, they're never mind, bro.
And also he mentions that he wants children, sometime soon in the future. So I just feel like if we want to have children sometime later in the future, if that's something that we're talking about, and I need you to watch the baby while I go in the shower, when you're trying to enjoy your food, it's like, at what point do we have any type of compromise to help me out? Marriage is always the goal. He still wants to be married and have children, but you don't want to be married and still a single parent doing things on your own. So it did frustrate me. When I got out the shower, he asked me like, yo, what's going on? You kind of saying things in the shower or whatever. I'm like, if this the end. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm like, can't watch my dog. Like, I need to just shower. Like, and
Let me tell you what happened. She got in that shower and she was ready to get out and just be all kinds of. And in that split second, he ruined it. That split second, he completely ruined it. That's why she was in the shower screaming and yelling or saying whatever she was saying. She was like, bro, you ain't get, I'm not giving you none of this. Oh, you can't teach. You can't. I'm not teaching no classes, bro. I'm not teaching no classes. This is not a, I don't coach. I'm not a coach.
Get out the shower, he's like, babe, what's going on or whatever. I'm just like, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, our communication, let alone like you want to watch the dog or the lack thereof and just whatever. And he looked and he just grabbed his towel and he went in the shower and he didn't say anything. And I just took my items and I just left. So, and we hadn't really spoken much since. So,
Let's hear from Josh as well.
Let's
hear from you, Josh.
Yeah. So definitely, at that moment in time, I take full accountability.
Okay.
My lack of consideration. At the time, I just had got in from work. I was tired. She brought food over. I'm not gonna lie. I just ate it. Like
I was like, what? What about me?
I was hungry.
Forget the dog. Forget you.
I got off work
comes
too.
first. Okay.
So, but now that I look,
And you see that? Not only did she get off for work, she got food and wine and brought it over. She brought it over to you. You didn't have to go get it. I'm thinking, why didn't I jump into her DMs during the show? What was I thinking? Who knows what I was doing?
look back and I can see how the time spent coming to my place and getting everything ready. I could see how much work she put into that,
Right.
and I just felt like maybe I didn't reciprocate that in the best way I could have. So
Okay.
I apologize. I'm a work in progress,
Listen.
and yeah. So
Okay.
It's okay.
So that happened Thursday. So since Thursday, she left, you got in the shower, you didn't reach out to her from that point to like talk about this, nothing?
I think
No. When I left, I didn't receive a text message. I didn't receive a call. Like, where are you at? Like, what happened? What's going on?
Wow. Nothing. That's crazy. Shorty, just move on. Just move on. He is a nut job.
Come back.
Josh.
Just me and my dog left. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
so. I'm like I think I said on the show. Like I'm the type of person that doesn't I try not to react. I try to respond. So I felt like, all right, let me give some time. That it was heightened energy, heightened emotions. Let me give some time for it to kind of maybe simmer down, and then I could get back to her.
Okay.
So, and I think I think it was okay time frame. Maybe you say different, but I felt like that was my intention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I know everyone has their own time frame of like what they think is a good amount of time of when it's okay for them to go and talk to someone. So I guess for you it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days.
Right. It's
3
just
days?
it's just the communication,
Okay.
aspect of it. Like I said, I think, like I said, there's potential, and it is just honestly the in between communication that is kind of where it's been a little bit difficult. So
Okay. Because I mean, when you guys are together, are you like opening up and it's more so just like if the conflict comes up, it's a little more like you kind of don't really know how to handle that?
yeah.
Or,
wait, so you're asking me, am I opening up during our interaction?
right. Like, so is the communication like all around, like where it's just like, even if you're in person, you can't really like open up? Or is it more so like just like conflict based? Like if a conflict comes up, it's more so like, I'm going to give that space.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think definitely when it's conflict based, I definitely shut down. In terms of opening up, I think that's a gradual process, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job in terms of like you getting to know who I am, maybe some of the experiences I've been through, and like what makes me me. So it's mystery in it, and I think mystery is sexy as well. It keeps the vibration highs too. So it's like I'm like an onion. You just got to keep peeling back the layer.
No, you don't. You have to run for the hills, young lady. Young lady, get as far away from this guy as you can. I don't care. I want to say some other things, but I'm going to just get as far away from him as you can. Let him peel back his layers by himself in his house with his dog after he gets off of work with his 2 masters on the wall. Because it's not going to stop. Like, how many layers are there? Seriously, bro? Mysterious? Who do you think you are? What are you, a superhero? Mysterious.
Is right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
Okay. All right. Any final thoughts between either one of you?
I don't have anything negative, of course, to say. Josh is great. Like he mentioned, he does do a good job with opening up and communicating in that aspect to get to know him. It is just when we have conflicts. So who knows? We're just going to have to keep working towards our communication and just opening up with each other. And I mean, I don't have any doubt that, he'll get there as far as his communication is concerned. So.
Oh, I guess I wanted to ask, have you seen improvement? Like from like, you guys said you had a few other conflicts before this. Is it gradually like getting worse, or
no? It's not gradually getting worse.
Okay.
Josh is the type of person where he can hear something that I'm saying and he'll listen. He'll do his best. I can see him trying.
Okay.
But it's definitely not getting gradually worse.
Okay.
No.
That's
no,
good.
It's not there though. So.
Okay. Any final thoughts on your end, Josh?
Not really. I think that I appreciate you, doing your hardest to be patient with me and, still continue to go on this journey with me. And, but just to have the opportunity and experience to experience you, it's a pleasure, and I appreciate the opportunity to get to know you. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, I'm really, really hoping things work out between the two of you because it's just beautiful.
Whatever. Listen, shorty, the ride is over. Get off. Get off and leave. Run for the hills. He's not. I don't listen. You tried. You extended yourself. It's like, how much more do you need to do? And then to tell you to be patient. It's like, what is that? It's like waving a carrot in front of you, and you got to be quicker than that. You almost caught it. You almost caught it. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. I don't see an outcome, a better outcome. Talking about improvements, it's been 3 days. So you haven't spoken since 3 days, and now you're on the show, and now you're talking about it. Pack it up. Pack it up. I thought this one was gonna work. It seemed so good in the beginning. Um, Threw me for a curveball. This guy just fumbled the bag. Like literally had a wide open layup. Like wide open layup, no defenders around you. You got it. All you gotta do is score, and you just miss it. I know when Arlette goes home and she's driving home in the car with her husband, she's like, "Thank you, Jesus, for giving me a man and a baby and a family and a successful show, the most successful dating show in 2024, because these streets is cold. Something is wrong with dating." Um, I appreciate y'all for watching and getting through this, because this was agonizing to me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you think that I am wrong and I'm being too harsh on this gentleman. And I'm definitely about to jump on her DMs because he ain't gonna talk to her. Peace.